Hey guys, Scott here from Horse Racing Daily, and tonight we're going to go over Wells Bayou for the Louisiana Derby tomorrow. And I wanted to put these videos out about a day or two earlier, but as I was looking at the race card, I had a hard time deciding what horse I really liked and who I wanted to go with because there wasn't really nobody that I liked. It was just kind of picking the shiniest of 14 turds is how to basically describe it. But I think Wells Bayou is going to be a horse that gets bet down maybe to 4-1, 5-1. I think he's going to be a little bit less than the 8-1 morning line. He's ran 4 times. Um, broke his maiden at Keeneland in October. Didn't really fire in that optional claiming race. Came back in January. Won a optional claiming allowance race. He was not put up for a tag during that race. And then he got his first try at a grade 3 stakes race at the Southwest Stakes and got second by a length. He ran fairly decent. There were some things that I didn't like, and we'll get into that. And we'll start off. I'm not going to worry about October or November's races just because 2-year-old races really get into this time of the year. Horses are on the improve, so you can't really judge what happened a few months ago for what's going to happen. So we'll just focus on January's race and February's race. And we'll go right to the race in January. He draws the number 1 post for this, and he's been fairly lucky in just about all his races. He's drew close to the rail, and he should, even though he's drawing the 3 posts in this race, he should have an easy time, getting the rail and getting the lead. I just don't see another horse that's going to be able to beat him out front. But looking at this race, I'll let the track announcer handle the call, and then I'll talk about what I like and what I didn't like out of it.
Then comes Play the Wild Card, who moves up to take third. Between horses and tightly there is TC's Image, then a length and a half to Shackelford's Joy. Violators on the move 5 wide. Life on the Road after that early trouble, and the early trailer is Jersey Cattail. They mixed it up in the first half mile. Self-Taught and Wells Bayou are 1-2, and Self-Taught's ahead in front.
What I did like right here is, even though it's on the inside, it shows that he did kind of rate just a tad bit. Not that I think he's going to need it tomorrow. He's hands down going to be the fastest horse out of the starting gate, and I'd be absolutely surprised if he didn't get the lead. But it was kind of nice to see maybe a little bit of a second dimension right there.
Front of Something Natural. Life on the Road is running a big one. He's about to get into 4th from Big Man Bob in 5th. Then Jersey Cattail, top of the stretch. Wells Bayou has the lead. 3/4 now to Self-Taught. Something Natural comes after his stablemate, and now it's Brad Cox.
This wasn't a very strong field, but he's going to put this field away very easily. No horse has really presented him a great challenge on the far turn. When I look at the times for the race and start running it through the race card, the race was visually impressive, and I'll show it to you right here. And we'll see it was a mile race. It was a muddy track that day, and the whole card was playing real slow for its times. But he ran a 140.20 for the mile, and the track record is a minute 34, so that's almost 6 seconds slower than the track record. And we'll look at another race on the card. Right here, race 5. It's My 6 Cents. They ran a mile in 16th and ran at 145.46. The track record is 140.20. So they got a little bit closer off the track record. Also ran the mile in 138.75, so they ran a further distance and got to the mile marker quicker. And My 6 Cents is not really a really standout horse. He won that race, and then he came back the next month and ran an allowance optional claim and got third, and then went on to win another one. So this ain't like no super horse that's being talked about. So when you start looking down at the numbers wise, you can kind of see that it might not have been as impressive as it visually looked. And then we'll get on to the Southwest Stakes. And once again, he's going to draw the rail. And before I let the track announcer take over, I'll say he's just been a lucky horse, and all his starts seem to draw the perfect inside position.
Rough. Wells Bayou is asked for speed and how. He goes to the front from Gold Street and Villainous. Answer in will be wide early. American Butterflyer. Tyshawn is in a very tight spot, and Tyshawn had to check off heels. Then comes Silver Prospector, followed by Chase Tracker, and the trailer to the backstretch is shoplifted. Wells Bayou wanted that lead, and he's got it. 3/4 of a length to Villainous in second, and outside his Answer in. Gold Street will have to do his running from mid-pack today, and he is passed by.
Looked like he got the lead fairly easily. Surprised to see the fractions being cut out of what they were. I would have thought the horse being on the lead, he didn't really seem to be all that contested in my opinion, and just, I don't know, I guess he's still learning, maybe doesn't know how to slow down and start rating it, which he could, very easily learn by tomorrow. Maybe he's already learned it in his workouts. The XB TV where I usually go to watch horse workouts doesn't really show for fairgrounds. I wish I could find something where you could actually see the horses' workouts, because that would be really helpful when it comes to prep races for, big derby points when horses are always improving. You could actually get to see that improvement. But I didn't like that. I didn't see much fight out of him. Silver Prospector, who I think is a decent horse in his own right, just passed him, but I didn't see it. Looked really easy. I didn't see much like fight from the horse. I mean, there's maybe just a little bit of trying to fight back. It could have been that Silver Prospector also was a few lengths away from him whenever he did pass, so maybe them not being like side by side, he just didn't notice or lock in. There could be that kind of scenario, but I didn't like that. I didn't see a whole lot of fighting. I thought he kind of had everything that could go his own way in that race. So I'm going to rate that as a negative. But I did think, as far as speed figure wise and all that, I thought he did improve. Ran a 1:43.01 for mile and 16th. Track record is 1:40.20, which also kind of validates that the previous race where it was 1:45.46 was because of a slow track. Silver Prospector, I think, is a good horse. I like to know what happened in his last race. It looked like he was getting ready to come and make his move, and then he just all of a sudden stopped. But we'll get into that on another time. And we'll look at the race before that has Warriors Charge. You might remember he ran in the Preakness last year and got Snapper Sinclair, Benkett. These are older horses. Bravazzo. They ran 1:43, so I think this horse did improve a little bit. I still think he's trying to figure it all out, and I'm not going to personally do win bets whenever I bet. I'm going to do exactas, trifectas, superfectas. I'm going to go for the gusto, as they call it. But I'm definitely going to have, I'm not going to put Wells Bayou in the win. I'm going to play against him. We'll have him in second, third, and fourth, because I do think this is a really weak field for the Louisiana Derby, and him being kind of the fastest horse out of the gate, he should be able to get a good lead. New York Traffic probably end up being the one I think that challenged him for the lead. I'm not sure he's as fast coming out of the gate. So just given that and the fact that he has a good trainer, good jockey, is when I do my exotics, I'm not going to leave him out. I'm going to have coverage, but if you're doing a win bet, I'm not going to bet him in. But if you like him, there is definitely, there is some talent there. I just think he needs time to put it together. But thanks for watching, guys.